I fixed Claude Video. I didn't even realize it was broken. Yes, I know, but I fixed it for me. I made something new and more compelling, but I kind of used the idea of what Claude Video actually is. And in this video, you're going to learn why. What is Claude Video in the first place? Why I wanted to change it, how it became a different tool altogether, and then we're going to watch Claude Cuts Video, which is my new application, do all of the real work. All of that and more on Why AI Matters. Before we get into it, this is the kind of thing that really kind of gets you going. Subscribe to Why AI Matters. If you want to learn, experiment, build, join us. Join my school, my community over at AI Matters to You. Link in the description. I first saw Claude Video through Next New Thing. It's an AI tools podcast that also covers interesting GitHub projects. I actually want to be on there because it's a cool podcast and I wanted to make this kind of my audition tape for them. Listen, my school members use paperclip, they use printing press, they use all kinds of things, including Claude Video. They have used all of these things in my, and we keep building upon the ideas that these open source projects are. And it's starting to really enrich a lot of people. So I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring about being on the show. So there it is. You know what happened? One of my students actually brought Claude Video to my attention also. I audited it. I didn't actually do it at first, but I looked at it when my student pointed it out, and honestly, it was really good. I don't know what it was. I ran it through maybe Fable. Carefully, it looked through everything and saw that it had good code. It was pretty good with the safety commands, no key leakage, no obvious traps or anything like that. The original deserved respect. So I'm telling you, if you want something that can go out there, look at other people's stuff, like YouTube videos and things like that, it's the perfect tool for you. I personally didn't build that. So what is Claude Video in the first place? Claude Video gives Claude eyes. It combines what it sees, what is on the screen, with what is actually being said at the exact same time. But this is the problem. It points those eyes outward to the greater world. You can look at videos that you would consume. I make videos. I needed those eyes to be pointed at my own footage. And to be clear, this isn't a fork. Like I said before, we studied the pattern, meaning me and ChatGPT. We studied the pattern, then we wrote our own code from scratch. I needed three things: private transcription on my own machine. If I didn't have that, that didn't make any sense for me. No surprise installs or anything like that, or secret models or any downloads like that. I wanted honest analysis. If it claimed to have black frames or freezes or silence, I wanted it to measure those things out. But the real requirement was bigger. Do not merely tell me what happened. I don't want to know just what happened. I want you to help me remove what should not be there, what I messed up, stuff like that. I really wanted a tool that was fundamentally different than Claude Video. It had like the basis of something very interesting. I want to just kind of make sure we get this straight. I repeat, I did not start this out like a classic vibe coding sort of project, because I have learned since I started vibe coding over 8 months ago that this is a bad way to start. The bad way to start is to just make the idea, you're like, I want to do this thing. Then after you say, I want to do this thing, and it doesn't do the thing exactly like you want, you start changing it, and you start changing it, and then changing it some more. I have created a new technique that basically takes that whole thing out. I made all of the agents really fight against each other and make sure that this thing and all of the ideas for this thing were literally the best they could be. We've got the original Claude Video repository, the whole thing. And then Claude and GPT 5.6 each studied the original independently of each other. They made a plan. Each made a plan, and then I made them swap those plans over and over again so they could challenge each other. It's incredibly important that you have more than one voice in the room if you have a Claude subscription and if you have a GPT 5.6 subscription. Not that you can't get the lower models, but you understand what I'm saying. You can make an adversarial situation that improves your software. That back and forth found 10 defects It found 10 of them before I even got to building the thing. It actually went in and found a bunch of stuff that was wrong with it. We tested the claims against my actual machine, the one that I actually built, and we merged the corrections into one shared contract. Only after we had gone through all of this stuff did we build the tool. Then everything fell apart. It fell apart twice. It was incredibly frustrating. Even after I had done all of that adversarial work, it still fell apart. And let me tell you why. Because I was doing something inside of Dropbox. As I have started to learn with Dropbox, it is a little bit weird when I'm trying to update things live, and Dropbox decided to dehydrate the live repo, meaning it took it away completely. Files read back completely empty. I was upset. The Git history advantage, everything was gone. What we ended up doing was we ended up taking all of those adversarial ideas and stuff, and we moved the project outside of Dropbox. That fixed that problem, and we rebuilt it. And then, and this is the part that really drives me crazy, I imported our beautiful resolve markers, realized the deeper failure, literally how deep the failure had gone. Nothing had been cut. It was just markers. I was so upset. I thought I had gotten through all of those things and explained it. It had labeled the dead air and it called it all finished. It literally did 3/4 of the way there, and then it did, but it wasn't real. This wasn't real. That's what I even said to it. It's just not real. And that was exactly right. Then one question cracked this entire thing open for me. I already have something called Buttercut, which does this sort of thing already, where it cuts up things and makes things. And I wanted to make my version of Buttercut, right? And so I thought that this would be a really good way into that idea, and that's why I built the thing the way I built it. But then I asked it, why can Buttercut make working XML files and this one can't? Why can Buttercut do it, but why can't you do it? We studied its FCP7 timeline. That's what it's called. It's a Final Cut Pro timeline. The Final Cut Pro protocol is the exact same thing as the DaVinci Resolve one. You just have to make a denotation inside of the file that it's Final Cut or DaVinci. This timeline, we analyzed the timeline. We used our own dead air data to make the real cut. It was so cool. The tool earned a new name, and that new name now is Claude Cuts Video. It's kind of akin to Claude Video, but has no real relation to it from a code point of view at all. Now we have Claude Video. And that was my thing. I made up Claude Cuts Video. We even had a little proof on my own talking head video. We're going to cut up the rest of the video that is around this one segment that's right here. I've already finished the first part of the video, and now I'm going to use my actual tool to do the cutting. Let's get it done. I am cutting. I've grabbed the path for the actual video. I'm going to paste it in. I would like you to use Claude Cuts Video to cut this up and make sure that it has all the corrections and everything. Go. And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to say too much more to it. And then boom, it's off to the races on Fable Low. Let's change that. I actually want you to use Claude Opus 4.8 to do the cutting. This right here is the actual prompt I used up at the top. This is the prompt I used at the very bottom. Now I'm going to have it cut up that video. I'll see you when it's done. I've got my headphones on. I am going to, let's just actually look at the result. It said results 12-minute cut. Took 6.5 minutes of dead air off of this thing. It worked. Let's take a look at the video inside of DaVinci Resolve. And there it is, all cut up. Let's take a quick listen to this video. I fixed Claude Video. I didn't even realize it was broken. Yes, I know, but I fixed it for me. I made something new and more compelling, but I kind of used the idea of what Claude Video actually is. And in this video, you're going to learn why. What different tool altogether.
All of my bad takes out.
Wow. This is the before we get into it.
Ooh.
This is the kind of thing that
kind of gets it looks like it didn't catch every one of them.
To YA. And if you want to learn,
yes,
this is incredibly close to exactly the cut that I'm going to need right at the end. There's the cut. That's the demo of Claude Cuts Video. If you really take this idea, what I just did, adversarially fighting your AIs against each other, and then you come up with a comprehensive plan. Even when things fall apart, there'll be so much of it that is actually still solid and right and working for you that you will be able to basically make any application you want. Welcome to the new age of Claude Cuts video. That's a video that I want you to see. That right there is a video that they want you to see. I hope that you all like and subscribe, and I will see all of you in the next video.